Hi everyone, my name is Danny. A little bit about me is I'm big on video games. So what I'm planning on showing you guys what to do today is how to go ahead and repair games such as this and this. Pretty much what I'm going to do right now is show you this disc. There's different machines that help you with this process. There's tutorials online that say use toothpaste, use mayonnaise, peanut butter. I've even seen before. Weird stuff. Don't recommend you ever do that. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna just scratch it up just a bit more. Don't recommend you ever do this with any of your games. This is just a game that's already scratched, but just for this demonstration, scratch it up just a teensy bit more. Let's see how it looks right now. Yes, you can definitely see the scratches I made on it more for sure. So right now what we're gonna do is go over to our machine over here. This is called an Eco AutoSmart. And basically the way it works is open it up, there's a tray, put the disc, make sure the data side is up, image side goes down. You don't want to damage that. And inside the machine you have all these different sanders and a polisher. Chemicals in the back, you have water mixed with a special chemical, and all you do is set the machine to a setting, set it and forget it. It's going to take about 30 seconds per cycle, except for the final cycle. That one's going to be I believe 45 seconds if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I used it, but the way that works is it's going to just remove some of the top layers where all the scratches are, and once it's polished, it's gonna look like a brand new disc. There are different kind of media disc that were available before. The Nintendo, for example, made games called the GameCube. These discs were not the same size. This is a Nintendo GameCube disc. Here's another random disc I have here. You can see PlayStation 2, GameCube, completely different sizes. So maybe you're wondering, do these discs also get cleaned on that machine? The answer is yes and no. No if you do not have the adapter. But if you have this adapter right here, just simply insert the disc right into the center. There's a little slot for it to fit right in. Fits in there snugly. And as you can see, now it is the exact same size. With this adapter, you can go ahead and put it on the machine, but make sure you don't put it on too many cycles because these discs are more sensitive the way they were created. Nintendo made some sort of 3 tiny laser cuts in certain areas. That's how it authenticates that it is an original disc. So if you do polish it, sand it down too much, it will get rid of those. As for other games, some of you guys remember games such as the ColecoVision. That might not be some games that you guys might have grown up with. Maybe the Nintendo. For me, this was still before my time. What I grew up with, if some of you might have also, is maybe the Super Nintendo. If this one isn't something that you recall, I'm sure most of you will remember things such as the Nintendo 64. Other things we grew up with, a lot of us, are handheld systems. One handheld system I grew up with was a Nintendo. Nintendo Game Boy. And these things, most people, the way they clean them is they blow into them. On the back of the cartridges, let me see if I can, do not clean most alcohol. You won't be able to really read it, but it just says back here basically, use a cleaning kit only to clean this. And it says specifically not to blow on the cartridge. And the way most people used to do it is they used to go ahead and blow into a cartridge, get any debris out, any trash out, and that might be fine, it might work in that moment. But over time, when you're blowing, you release saliva into the cartridge. That moisture creates corrosion over time. So the way that is recommended to properly clean these discs, I'm going to just use some rubbing alcohol, some Q-tips. Could be any alcohol, any Q-tips. These are some cheap 99-cent store Q-tips that I get. I'm not gonna go all fancy and pay a lot of money. But just you want to get them a little wet. Once the alcohol is on the Q-tips, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and pass this right over the pins. The reason you want to use rubbing alcohol over something like water or your saliva is because rubbing alcohol, when it dries, it does not leave watermarks. Saliva, water, everything else, any other kind of liquid always leaves some sort of watermarks. And what the watermarks do is they create a bridge between circuits and pins. So if the wrong pins connect, send the signal to the wrong area, it can actually fry chips. So you always want to use the rubbing alcohol. So I went ahead and, you saw me, clean the cartridge. And let me just show you some of the trash and gunk that was in there. It's supposed to look white, but it's dirty. So that's something you want to do for the cartridges all the time. I went ahead and cleaned these other ones already, so they're just here just to show you an example of the kind of cartridges that existed, in case you were unaware of the different cartridges, and just to let you know they can all be cleaned the exact same way. But always make sure you try to avoid things like I said, water. Try not to let your saliva go on there. One thing you can also do, in case you just want to blow into it, get your shirt right under the cart. The cloth prevents any saliva from going in, and you remove any debris, trash that might be on there, dust, whatever. That beeping noise we just heard is actually my Eco Auto Smart machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and show it opened up. Take the disc back out, and just to show you the difference on how it was before and how it is now, you can see it looks like it's brand new out of the package. No scratches. So highly recommend you don't follow any of those other tutorials. Go to people that have these kind of machines. Usually video game shop owners will have something like this. Highly recommend you invest in one of these if you are a game collector or just a reseller of any sort of disc media in general. This works for movies, Blu-rays, any disc-based media. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a good one.